Antes de mais nada, por favor, se inscreva, dê like, comente e compartilhe.
In response to the question about forming a radical or revolutionary movement, you often say that forming study groups is a first step. I was hoping that you could discuss your approach to forming study groups.
My approach is not very original. I make no pretense about that. Study groups have been part of the revolutionary tradition going back into the 19th century, and perhaps even earlier than that. Now, a study group generally consisted of a small number of people who normally took a text, a particular work, that they respected. They might pick, if they were Marxists, Das Kapital. If they were anarchists, they might pick, for argument's sake, Kropotkin's writings, such as Factories, Fields, Workshops, or even earlier than that, his books on the two-volume French Revolution. They might pick Proudhon's writings, What is Property? And they would sit around, often guided by someone who was pretty knowledgeable of radical ideas, and I'm now being quite ecumenical. It could be Marxist, it could be anarchist, it could be utopian socialist. They might take a utopian socialist novel and read it aloud, discuss it, and analyze it. And the text, the book, would basically be a guide for them, and a way of bouncing off ideas and interchanging ideas. Now, a study group, of course, comes together when one or more individuals decide that they have a certain affinity for a shared body of views. However broad those views may be, they still have it. So I don't regard this as I don't regard a study group as an academic exercise. I regard it as a nuclear way, a molecular way of building a movement. And all the more important, I think a study group is all the more important, because if we are going to build a political movement, I believe in a movement, I believe ultimately in a mass movement, and I believe in an organized movement. Let me make that very plain. If we're going to build a political movement, we have to have some coherence in our ideas.